Hello friends, in this video we are going to see the summary of Henry V. The play is set in England in the early 15th century. The political situation is tense because Henry IV has died and Henry V has just assumed the throne. And civil wars have torn through England, and this plays the bride between Middle Ages and Renaissance. He has great communication and rhetoric skills so that he can sway his men with speeches. Henry V ruled England from 1413 until his death 1422, and he is one of the most popular kings. He was famed for his victory over the French at the 1415 Battle of Agincourt during the Hundred Years' War. Henry V's character is nothing but admirable. According to Shakespeare, Henry had a wild and adventurous youth. The young king, Henry V, has just assumed the throne. Several bitter civil wars have left the people of England restless and dissatisfied. Furthermore, in order to gain the respect of the English people and the court, Henry must live down his wild adolescent past when he used to consort with thieves and drunkards at the Boar's Head Tavern on the seedy side of London. Henry lays claim to certain parts of France based on his distant roots in the French royal family and on a very technical interpretation of ancient land laws. When the young prince or dauphin of France sends Henry an insulting message in response to these claims, Henry decides to invade France. Supported by the English noblemen and clergy, Henry gathers his troops for war. Henry's decision to invade France trickles down to affect the common people he rules. In the Boar's Head Tavern in the East Sheep, some of the king's former friends, whom he rejected when he rose to the throne, prepared to leave their homes and families. Bardolph, Pistol, and Nym are common lowlifes and part-time criminals. On the opposite end of the social spectrum from their royal former companion, as they prepare for the war, they remark on the death of Falstaff, an elderly knight who was once King Henry's closest friend. Just before his fleet sets sail, King Henry learns of a conspiracy against his life. The three traitors working for the French beg for mercy, but Henry denies their request. He orders that the trio, which includes a former friend named Scrope, be executed. The English sail for France, where they fight their way across the country. Against the incredible odds, they continue to win after conquering the town of Harfleur, where Henry gives an impassioned speech to motivate his soldiers to victory. Among the officers in King Henry's army are men from all parts of Britain, such as Llewellyn, a Welsh captain. As the English advance, Nym and Bardolph are caught looting and are hanged at King Henry's command. The climax of the war comes at the famous Battle of Agincourt, at which the English are outnumbered by the French 5-1. The night before the battle, King Henry discusses himself as a common soldier and talks to many of the soldiers in his camp, learning who they are and what they think of the great battle in which they have been swept up. When he is by himself, he laments his ever present responsibilities as king. In the morning, he prays to God and gives a powerful, inspiring speech to his soldiers. Miraculously, the English win the battle, and the proud French must surrender at last. Some time later, peace negotiations are finally worked out. Henry will marry Catherine, the daughter of French king. Henry's son will be the king of France, and the marriage will unite the two kingdoms. Themes: the ruthlessness of the good king. In presenting the figure of its heroic yet ruthless protagonist, Henry V's predominant concern is the nature of leadership and its relationship to morality. The play proposes that the qualities that define a good ruler are not necessarily the same qualities that define a good person. Henry is an extraordinarily good leader. He is intelligent, focused, and inspiring to his men. He uses any and all resources at his disposal to ensure that he achieves his goals. Shakespeare presents Henry's charismatic ability to connect with his subjects and motivate them to embrace and achieve his goals as the fundamental criterion of good leadership.